Hello and welcome to Mega Dork Gaming. I am your host, Dorklicious. We're currently playing Game of Thrones on Chapter 4. We searched our family manor and found a love letter from a whore to our brother who we are searching for. In today's episode, we will go to a whorehouse to find him. Stay tuned. Alright, on to the whorehouse! Sadly for business and not pleasure. Oh, I watched the show. It was filled with breast disease, incest, other sexual things, Khal Drogo, and it was an all pretty good show. I mean, it has boobies, so you can't really go wrong there. They're boobies. Anyway, time to visit the horse.
Now here's a visitor who brings back pleasant memories. Is that really you, Sir Alistair?
It has been a long time, Shataya.
It has been years since you honored us with your presence. It's been so long. I thought you'd lost interest in houses of pleasure.
You weren't wrong about that. My eyes have been opened to the light of R'hllor, and I took up the red robes of priesthood.
The gods gave us voices with which to sing their praises, hands to build their temples, and desire to honor them through our lovemaking.
You haven't changed, Shataya, but I have.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries, it would be my pleasure. Just ask.
I'm looking for a certain Falena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Falena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well educated. She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear. I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gawain very much enjoyed Falena's attentions. Would you care to spend some time in her pleasant company?
It would be a pleasure.
Do go upstairs. Her room is at the end of the corridor on the left. She has been rather sad as of late. Perhaps you will succeed in comforting her.
I'll see what I can do.
Speak?
Yes, Sir Alistair? Is there anything else you want of me?
Not for the time being. I must leave you, Shataya.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Please come back when you are less preoccupied.
Visiting the whore. You're not the whore. This is not the. You are not the whore.
That way you could be sure I don't have any cards hiding about.
I really want to go in there. There we go.
Many pardons, my lord, but are you not Sir Alistair Sarwick? I heard tell that you had returned to the Seven Kingdoms.
Indeed. You appear to know much about me. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I realize that my impromptu intervention might have startled you, my lord, but pray, do not take umbrage. The return of a war hero could not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so ostentatious.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce yourself.
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion. Excuse my rudeness. I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys, and I hope you will count me as a friend. We never crossed paths 15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Oh.
Lord Varys. Oh yes, I know you. You were Master of Whisperers to old King Aerys Targaryen. I did not recognize you, disguised as you are. I remember a more elegant man of the court.
Well, I am delighted to hear that. Let us simply say that I sometimes prefer to go unnoticed.
You haven't changed. Already in the time of Aerys, it was said that you had eyes in every court in Westeros, and that you knew everything about everyone. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some enemies along the way.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little affection for eunuchs. All of those noble knights and grand lords are loath to risk their reputations with informers and spies. But in the Game of Thrones, information is power. Those who most despise us are often the first to benefit from our whispers.
Please pardon my curiosity, Lord Varys, but I find it surprising to see a person of your ilk frequenting houses of ill repute.
Well, there are 1,000 little nothings to be learned in this sort of establishment. Whores make men talkative, you understand. And since King Robert was kind enough to keep me in my position, I have much to do here.
Good. In that case, I shall leave you to your secrets, Lord Varys.
Very well, my lord. Perchance we will meet again. Until then, farewell.
Can I talk to the whore now? Or can I just climb into the bathtub? Well, hello.
You are Falena, if I'm not mistaken. Shataya said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken, my lord. How might I please you?
A one-on-one will be enough to satisfy me. Preferably far from prying ears.
My lord needs only close the door. At Shataya's the walls are thick and the beds are deep.
Slow down. I just want to speak with you.
Oh, in that case, it will be done according to my lord's pleasure.
I am Alistair, of House Sarwick. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwick? By the maiden, you are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
You don't really expect me to be so naive as to think a whore truly loves her patron. Why are you so concerned for my brother?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Shataya treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes. And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord Gawain to take me into his service. Not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good master. He and I have talked about this.
I understand your worries, but all of this does not tell me where he is. You recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to Riverspring in order to visit his father. Lambert, his servant,
What
would send
do
me
you
news.
want?
He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to King's Landing shortly, so that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit. I sent him a message.
He came here.
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. He found out that the city watch was looking for him. It was I who washed the dust of travel from him. He did not even go to his home first.
At least he made it to King's Landing. I was beginning to wonder if he had disappeared along the way. Did he tell you what he planned to do next?
He was very nervous. He hardly spoke to me that night.
I tried to ask him questions about the patricide rumors, but they only made him angry. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one card to play. He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the Gold Cloaks continue to search for him. Something must have gone wrong. What do you plan to do, my lord? The City Watchers searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
If my brother went to the Red Keep, then that is where I must go. Someone must have seen him and will help me locate him.
Wait. This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
By the fire! That's Sarwick Giltwaters. I remember seeing Father wear it on many a special occasion. Indeed, a cloak is more appropriate for a royal interview. I wasn't expecting to find it in this place.
Lord Gawain wore it when he would come to visit. Since he was a wanted man, he feared it would attract too much attention, so he preferred leaving it here. I am sure he would be happy to know that the cloak is in the hands of a kinsman.
This cloak is worth a fortune. How kind of you to return it to me.
You're making me blush. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable keeping this cloak in my residence. If the Gold Cloaks were to find it, I could get into trouble. Take it, please. It's yours. I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain, my lord. Bring him back safe and sound.
I would need more than the help of an imaginary goddess, but I appreciate the intention, as I'm sure my brother does as well. Farewell, Felina.
An intelligent whore. This doesn't work for me. Outside I travel to see my brother. Son of a bitch.
There. That's him. Halt there. In the name of the Crown, I arrest you.
What is it I stand accused of, officer?
You are accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I returned home and your men attacked me for no reason. I didn't wish to fight, but your men wouldn't hear reason.
Follow us peaceably, and we'll clear things up in the Red Keep. The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing. Give yourself up.
What will become of him?
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the dungeons of the Red Keep. If he's found guilty, tradition allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
And if you should be foolish enough to resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge their brothers in arms. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left in ruins.
Sir Alistair, I pray, none of that here. Think of my girls.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you.
Don't listen to the whores! Stab every last one of them! Looks painful.
Courage, Alistair. Courage. A few days spent in the dungeons of the Red Keep won't be the death of me. They're bound to send me someone to speak with.
Hey, bro.
Hello, Lord Sarwick.
Lord Varys?
It is too bad these surroundings are not as pleasant as our last encounter. How has your stay been?
Long. I had expected a quick trial when the men of the City Watch came to arrest me. I was mistaken. You are the first person to come and visit me. Why is everything...
My friend, I'm terribly sorry, but the Crown has no desire to take care of you. After all, you attacked the Gold Cloaks.
And my brother?
Unfortunately, I know no more than you on that subject.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence here, Varys? I never have visitors.
You see, the fact that you don't seem to care about yourself rather pleases me. Your escape will go unnoticed for quite some time.
You plan to help me escape from here? You,
Apparently so.
What could you possibly gain from that?
The balance of the Seven Kingdoms is delicate, and I predict more upheaval to come. It is clear that you have a role in what is to come.
Thank you for your concern, but I refuse to leave these cells as a fugitive. I prefer to await my trial and defend my name before the Crown.
You are quite the optimist.
I am sorry if I've ruined your plans. I intend to meet with the Queen. I must take back Riverspring and keep that traitor Valar from getting his hands on it. To do that, my name must be cleared. Otherwise, how can I plead my case before the Queen?
Cleared? You've killed Goldcloaks, my friend.
Who has accused me? One of Valar's soldiers? Then it will be my word against his.
I see. It may not go as smoothly as you imagine. Believe me when I tell you that it will be several more weeks before your trial. In the meantime, Zavala will have wed your sister.
What do you suggest, Lord Varys?
I can get you an audience with the Queen. Today, if you wish it.
I doubt that a fugitive would be allowed to approach her, much less speak to her.
You only knew Cersei Lannister as a naive young princess, dear man. Since her marriage, she has become a strong-willed queen with a burning ambition, well-versed in intrigue. She has been filling the court with her creatures for years now.
So?
Thus, the virtue she prizes above all else is loyalty, which she rewards generously. That is how Zavala moved up in court, and therein, paradoxically, lies your opportunity. Swear blind allegiance to the Queen, become her devoted servant, and she will give you what you desire.
And you believe that Valar will just sit there and allow me to thwart his ambitions?
Oh, I doubt that very much. It is quite likely that he will strike back at you eventually, but in front of the Queen, he won't dare to use force. Of course, he will try to remind her of her commitments, but she has never been capable of the same loyalty that she demands of her men. Impress her, make yourself more desirable than your rival, and you will win.
You're right. It could very well work. You give good advice when it's in your best interests, Lord Varys. How do you plan on getting me out of here?
As you may imagine, I have no desire to be seen in the company of a fugitive when I go back up. You'll have to manage on your own. Here is the key to your cell. Once I've left, you will leave and head towards the guard room. You will find the guard asleep at his post. I'll wager that he was served a particularly strong glass of wine.
Very well. And the others? Surely the king's prisons are not guarded by just one drunk man.
Don't worry. In the very depths of the Red Keep, there are paths known only to ghosts and spiders.
If such ways exist, then I doubt you're the only one to know of them. I imagine they've been here for centuries.
Indeed. When the Red Keep was built, King Maegor the Cruel made certain that the fortress walls were all connected by a vast network of secret passages. These passages allowed his spies to see and hear everything that occurred in every room in the keep. It is said that Maegor had every man who worked on its construction executed in order to keep the passages secret.
Apparently that was not enough.
Indeed. But don't forget, Lord Sarwick, it is my duty to stay informed. I am the only one who knows all of its entrances and the full extent of its meanderings.
I see. Then tell me how to access the throne room.
Pass by the row of cells across from yours. Look for the one with the flagstone on the floor bearing the sigil of the Targaryen dragon. It is a passage towards the tunnels. Past that point, be on your guard.
Don't worry about me. I carry the light of R'hllor. It will guide me in the darkness.
I will await you at the end of the passage to give you access to the throne room, where you will meet the Queen. Good luck, Lord Alistair, and I will see you soon.
Open.
By the flame! It's our quartermaster. Wine's too strong, eh? Obviously Varys truly knows how to live.
Yeah. Die, heathens! Now where did you fucker put my gear? Thank you. Now let me put it back on. Alright. It's just good for money. Alright. Alright, we're going to be finishing it up here. The next episode, we're going to get out of this prison now that we have all of our gear back. Facebook's in the comments. Please like and subscribe. It'll be really awesome. And leave comments and suggestions to help me improve things. And I'll see you next time.